Welcome everyone to Young at Heart, nursery rhymes, stories, poems, songs to keep us all young at heart. I'm Father James DeLucia with the Paulist Fathers with 4 short Mother Goose rhymes for us today. The first I dedicate to all those who have trouble with arithmetic and all those of us who struggled through algebra, geometry, and algebra 2 in high school. The poem is simply called Of Arithmetic. Multiplication is vexation, division is as bad. The rule of 3 doth puzzle me, and practice drives me mad. However, for those of you who enjoy math, I have this to say. God bless you. We need your expertise, but not all of us have it. For those of us who do, it's wonderful. For those of us who don't, it's good to have others in the world who can do different things than we can. Don't you think? The next is a rhyme to play with a little child bouncing on your knee. Now, the question is, this poem is called Over the Water to Charlie, and the question is Charlie the narrator? Is Charlie me? Or is Charlie the little boy we're bouncing on our knee? So that's the first question for you to decide, so I'll read the poem somewhat slowly, and then we do an exercise version, because I've been told people like the exercise poems more than some of the others. So I'm here to accommodate, or as in that wonderful film, The Princess Bride, as you wish. Over the Water to Charlie. Now again, the question is, who's Charlie? The narrator, the speaker, or perhaps the little child bouncing on the adult's knee? Over the water and over the lea, and over the water to Charlie. Charlie loves good ale and wine, and Charlie loves his brandy. Charlie loves a pretty girl as sweet as sugar candy. Over the water and over the sea, and over the water to Charlie. I'll have none of your nasty beef, nor I'll have none of your barley, but I'll have some of your very best flour to make a white cake for Charlie. So what do you think, huh? Who's Charlie? The speaker or the little child bouncing on his or her knee? So you can think about it, because now we're going to do our exercise with it. It's not too complicated. It's just a nice up and down, as if you had little child sitting on your knee, facing you. You're holding his or her hands and arms to support them, and you're going up and down, up and down, up, down, up, down. Right? 2, 3, 4. Got it? 2, 3, 4. Over the water and over the lea and over the sea for Charlie. Charlie loves his brandy wine. Charlie loves his brandy. Over the river and over the sea and over the water to Charlie. Charlie loves a pretty girl as sweet as sugar candy. How did you do? And did you get a sense of who Charlie might be now? Okay, there's verse 2. Keep it up. Very good. Good for you. We don't want to be too sedentary in these days in our homes, do we? Over the water and over the sea and over the water for Charlie. I'll not take your nasty wine. I'll not take your barley. I will take your very best flour to make a white cake for Charlie. Yay! You did very well, I think. Yeah, I kept changing the words a little, but we kept pretty close to them. So I think Charlie is the little boy on my lap, and it's just fun to keep him going up and down, up and down. But you could make a case that I'm Charlie, And the child on my lap is a little girl. So Charlie loves a pretty girl, as sweet as sugar candy. And it makes a little more sense if the ale and brandy and wine are for me and not for the child. So I'll just give you the words one more time because you're going to want to practice this at home, aren't you? Yeah. Good. Over the water and over the lea and over the water for Charlie. Charlie loves good ale and wine, and Charlie loves his brandy, and Charlie loves a pretty girl as sweet as sugar candy. Over the water and over the sea and over the water to Charlie. I'll have none of your nasty beef, and I'll have none of your barley, but I'll have some of your very best flour to make a white cake for Charlie. Now the second one, you think you're going to bake the cake for the kid. Huh? Anybody do any baking today? I found this great blueberry morning cake recipe, which I can't make because our kitchen is off limits to us priests. But one day, probably when I'm visiting my family, I'll make this really tasty blueberry cake. In fact, if you like, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. I don't think I can post it on YouTube. Or maybe there is something I can put on YouTube. I'll see, for all of you blueberry cake lovers like me. This one I think is a lot of fun. It's called Three Jolly Welshmen. There were 3 jolly Welshmen, as I have heard say, and they went a-hunting on St. David's Day. All the day they hunted, and nothing could they find but a ship a-sailing with the wind. One said it was a ship, the other he said nay, the other third he said it was a house that with chimney blown away. And all the night they hunted, and nothing could they find but a moon a-gliding with the wind. One said it was the moon, the other he said nay, the third he said it was a cheese with half of it blown away. Now this one, my grandmother always used to say to us. It would just come to her out of the blue, but she never told it correctly, which of course is understandable if we don't hear it correctly the first time, and we kind of like it, or we like it, we repeat it the wrong way. So this is what she used to say to us. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except February, that has 28. Now, here, it's a little different. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. February has 28 alone, and all the rest have 31. Except in leap year, when's the time that February has 29. Did you hear it correctly as a child? In fact, sometimes I think my grandmother would say 30 days hath September, April, June, and November, all the rest have 31, except leap year, that has 28. But leap year doesn't have 28. Leap year has 29. But maybe she, like me, wasn't good at arithmetic. One more time for the correct version. 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. February has 28 alone. All the rest have 31, except in leap year, when there's time that February has 29. And we'll close with a dill or a dollar, which I don't remember if I shared this with you before. A diller, a dollar, a 10 o'clock scholar. What makes you come so soon? You used to come at 10 o'clock, but now you come at noon. Preposterous. Are we all sleeping in a little later, or are we trying to get up at our regular time? To be honest, I vary. So, hope you're taking good care of yourselves. Thank you for joining me. I especially liked the Charlie poem, but you might have a favorite of your own. Keep exercising, keep singing, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.